It's the million-dollar question: electrolysis versus laser hair removal. I'm here to educate you guys about the differences and pros and cons of each. So let's start with electrolysis. Electrolysis uses an electrical current, a very small probe, to target every individual hair follicle, damaging it through that current. Laser hair removal, on the other hand, uses heat to target large areas, so it's much less time consuming. Can you imagine doing a full body with electrolysis, going hair by hair? We don't recommend it for large areas. However, it is historically known as a permanent hair solution. It also targets grays and blonde hair, something that laser hair removal doesn't do. Laser sees color, so therefore it is not good for blonde or grey hairs. It has to be a black or brown hair. It has to have pigment, essentially, for laser hair removal to work on you. So electrolysis is a good option if you're trying to target grey or blonde hairs. However, because it is so time consuming and often a bit more painful, we do recommend it for the facial area. I'm going to go and recommend something completely different to you guys. I think the best thing to do is to combine these two treatments. For example, sometimes you get your full laser, you get your face lasered, but there's a few stubborn hairs. That's where electrolysis can come in and be the perfect solution. There's also sometimes blonde hairs or grey hairs on your chin, around your facial area, so electrolysis would also be great in that situation. Ultimately, you could do a full facial treatment with electrolysis because you've got less hair, it's just less space, and you're going to get it done in a reasonable time. However, I still would not recommend it for large areas. It's also, once again, a bit more painful, so you're going to feel a pinch with electrolysis, whereas with new technology now, laser hair removal, the soprano titanium that we use, for example, people often talk about how pain-free it is. You know, you feel a pinch at most if you've got some coarse areas. So ultimately, it's your decision to decide. It depends what you need it for. If you're doing your face, if you've got blonde or grey hairs, then definitely opt for the electrolysis. If you want to do large areas, then opt for the laser hair removal. And if you want a combination of both, then that's just the perfect treatment.